By now, you've probably heard that Donald Trump was almost assassinated today.
They see something that said, take a look at what happened.
It is one of the biggest news stories of the last few months, and it is most certainly the biggest news story of the 2024 election cycle. But what exactly happened? While speaking to 50,000 people at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, gunshots were heard and former President Trump can be seen holding his ear after being struck with something. He drops to the ground, he's surrounded by the Secret Service, and re-emerges a few seconds later with a bloody face. But how is any of this even possible? Surely it can't be that easy to get close to a former US president, right? At 6:11 p.m., 6 minutes into Trump's speech, a sniper fired multiple shots from an AR-15 style rifle from the roof of a shed 120 meters away. According to eyewitnesses, many spectators saw the gunman bear crawl onto the roof and try to point it out to different security guards numerous times. Have a look at this.
We noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%.
At least 3 rally attendees were hit, leaving 1 person dead and 2 in critical condition. Many are criticizing the Secret Service, saying that it is insane that someone was able to get to the vantage point that they did, all while carrying a rifle. Regardless, this is being investigated as an assassination attempt, which would be a huge deal. It is the first time that a current or a former US president has been injured in an assassination attempt since 1981, when Ronald Reagan was killed by a guy called John Hinckley Jr. John Hinckley Jr. was insane, and he claimed that he tried to kill Ronald Reagan to impress Jodie Foster. Photos of the shooter have slowly started trickling in. I'm going to show them to you here. Alongside this, many political figures have come out in support of Trump, including President Joe Biden and former President Barack Obama. Which highlights the severity of all this. The 2024 American elections have been rife with divide and tension unlike anything the American nation has seen before. But regardless of your political affiliations, violence like this has no place in politics. Look at this video making the rounds of a girl reacting to the shooting.
I just found out about this shit. It just happened. I haven't even had a second to process. You're telling me somebody finally had the balls to bring a pew-pew and he missed? We were a second away. We were a centimeter away from half of the problem being gone, and you missed. There was a white man attached to that trigger. I know it. We were a centimeter away. Ah!
This is the poison that shows the failure of democracy. If you are an American who celebrates or mocks the assassination of a political leader just because you do not agree with their policies, regardless of whether you are Republican or Democratic, then you do not deserve to live in a democracy where your voice can be heard. I wish Trump a healthy recovery, and I look forward to a fair and equal election later this year.